Welcome everybody. Welcome one more time to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for showing me the love. So if you're new to this channel, guys, please do subscribe and ring the bell. And guys, please do leave comments. I really enjoy those. Those actually help me to make sure that I know that you guys are enjoying the content. So today, guys, our topic today, very exciting. Get your pens and your papers out. Follow. Make sure that you are keeping pace with the lessons. So today's lesson, guys, or today's topic is investment goals. So guys, the first thing you need to look at when defining your investment goals is your age as well as the stage of your life that you are in. So be aware, guys. Be conscious. Be aware of where you are in your life and what plans you need to put in place for that stage. So I'll give you an example with my life. I am currently 31. I'm turning 32 this year. And I got engaged last year. This year I got a baby. So I need to now think in terms of my life, how do I need to structure my goals going forward? Since I already made my intentions clear that I want to get married, I need to now plan towards that. In my African culture, weddings entail lobola. You do your traditional wedding after lobola. There might be welcoming of the groom and welcoming of the bride. There might be such things. So I need to make sure there is a budget for those events. And if my wife does want a white wedding, I need to also make sure that I put a budget in place for that as well. And now that I've got a boy, a beautiful boy, and I need to make sure that his education is sorted out. As a parent, that is the most important thing you need to do for your child. So next, you need to prioritize your goals. Put a plan in place to make sure that you're meeting your goals. So now you need to start establishing time frames for your goals, because some goals will take longer to achieve than others. And some goals are for the short term. Some goals are, much longer to achieve. So there's 3 time horizons that you need to look at. So first is your short term, next medium term, and the last one is your long term. When you're talking short term, we're talking anything between 1 to 3 years. So these are planning for maybe vacation, paying off your debts, that's very important, setting up an emergency fund, maybe even saving up for a deposit for a car. So those are all important, guys. Those are all plans that are in like short-term plans. So make sure to have those in place. Then next, you're looking at your medium term. Medium term is anything 3 to 10 years. So medium term goals are goals like setting up an education plan for your children. I know as parents, this is one of the most important things that we need to do. You make sure, because the child is your responsibility. It's no one else's responsibility. You the one that brought the child into earth. So make sure you do set up that child's education, as well as put money in place to make sure that your child has a better life. And maybe a deposit for a house, that's also part of your medium-term goals. From there, you look at your long-term goals. Your long-term goals are your goals like retirement, as well as just basic wealth creation. That's what we're doing when you're coming to investing for the long run. We are creating wealth. So those are your 3 time horizons that you look at when you are planning out your goals. Putting in place an emergency fund is a very important short-term goal, because that will help you actually avoid having to take out money from your medium to long-term goals due to an emergency that befalls you. So make sure you do have an emergency fund in place. From there, you make sure that your medium-term goals are in place as well. And then lastly, you deal with your long-term goals. So the reason why a lot of people's long-term goals fail is because they fail to also plan for their short and medium term goals. So you'll find a person that is thinking of retirement or thinking of investing in shares for the long run, wealth creation in that regard, but has failed to plan for any emergencies in his life. So if anything does happen that is an emergency, the first place he's going to look at is his long-term goals, because that's where his money is at. So it's very important that you do set up all your goals according to your short-term, medium-term, and then long-term, and then start to allocate money towards achieving those goals.